Hello students, we are back here to study probability. In the previous session, we had completed question 5 and now we are going to study question 6. What exactly question 6 is? Refer to table 14.7, chapter 14. What it is saying? Refer to table 14.7, chapter 14 means we have to go to table 14.7 of chapter 14. Here I have already mentioned that it is on page number 259. So let us go on page number 259 and let us see what exactly the things are. Here you can see, this is the question. A teacher wanted to analyze the performance of two sections of students in a mathematics test of 100 marks. The test is of 100 marks. Looking at their performances, she found that a few students got under 20 marks and few got 70 marks or above. So she decided to group them into intervals of varying sizes as follows: 0 to 20, 20 to 30, in this way 60 to 70, 70 to 100. Then she formed the following table. Here you can see the table. This is the table 14.7 and specially I mentioned it that the test is of 100 marks. So the marks are out of 100. Here you can see the marks: 0 to less than 20, number of students 7, 20 to 30, number of students 10, 30 to 40, sorry again I said 20 to 30, 20 to less than 30, 30 to less than 40, 10 of them, 40 to less than 50, 20 of them, 50 to less than 60, 20 of them, 60 to less than 70, 15 of them, 70 and above, 8 of them. Total number of students are 90. Total number of students are 90. Now we shall do one thing. We shall go to our exercise there, from where we referred this sum. Here you can see, this is our question. Now what the question says? Here the question says that find the probability that a student obtained less than 20% in the mathematics test, and second is find the probability that a student obtained marks 60 or above. Okay, marks 60 or above we can understand, not a problem. Find the probability that a student obtained less than 20% in the mathematics test. What it is said? Less than 20%. We shall again go to that page and we shall try to confirm the things where percent is present. Here this is the table that just now we had studied. Less than 20%. Purposely I had explained you the question saying that the test is of 100 marks. The test is of 100 marks. So when it is out of 100, whatever you are getting, that is what it is percentage, because percent means out of 100. So 0 to less than 20 means it is the same thing. The students who are getting less than 20% marks. Okay, how many the number are? 7. And what about 60 and above? 60 and above means this class 60 to less than 70 and the succeeding class 70 to above that, 70 and above that. So what is the number of students here? 15 plus 8, 23, and less than 20% marks, 7 of them. I will repeat it. 60 and above, they are 15 plus 8, because we have to consider this class 60 to less than 70 and 70 and above. So the number of students together is 15 plus 8 is 23, and here less than 20 marks, sorry, less than 20% of marks, it is mentioned in the question in that way. That is why we are saying in that way, less than 20% of marks, number of students are 7. We shall again shift to the same page where the question is present, and here we are back. Here you can see the things. What we want here, find the probability that first we will mention here the number of students favorable for this outcome is 7, and here 23. One more thing we have noticed there, that the number of students, total number of students is equals to 90. So what is the probability? The probability of first is 7 upon 90. First event is what? A student obtained less than 20%. Okay, so probability is 7 upon 90. And what about the second one? It is, find the probability that a student obtained marks 60 or above. The favorable outcomes are 23 upon total outcomes 90. So for the first one, the answer is 7 upon 90, and for second one, the answer is 23 upon 90. I guess something has gone wrong, I think. I am just confused. Just a minute, students. The total number of students, whether it is right or wrong, I am confused. Let us check it here. Total number of students, yeah, it is 90. It is correct, no doubt. It is correct, no problem. So in this way, we have solved just now this question, sixth one. Now let us go to the next question. What's the next question? Seventh one. Here is the seventh question. To know the opinion of students about the subject statistics, a survey of 200 students was conducted. Survey of 200 students was conducted for what? To know their opinion about statistics. The data is recorded in the following table. Opinion, number of students. Students who like statistics, 135 of them they are there, and those who dislike statistics, 65 of them they are there. Find the probability that a student chosen at random likes statistics and does not like it, means dislike. Okay. Now here the favorable outcomes is 135 and here the favorable outcome is 65. Now we want to find the probability. Probability of the first event. What is that first event? Likes statistics. Probability of the event likes statistics. So 135 upon 200. 135 upon 200. We can cancel this. We can cancel this. By 5 we can cancel. 5 2s are 10. It remains 35. 5 7s are 35. And this is 5 4s are 20. Actually it is not 20, it is 200. So 1 0 we have attached. and probability of the second. What is the second event? Does not like it. Student who is disliking statistics. Outcomes, favorable outcome 65 upon total outcomes 200. Again we can cancel it. 5 13s are 65, 5 1s are 5, 1 remaining, 5 3s are 15, again 5 4s are 20 and a 0. So, these are the probabilities of the events that have been asked to us. Proceeding further, let us proceed further for the next question. What is the next question? The next question is, refer to question number 2, exercise 14.2. I have written the question, the page number here for reference. We have to go to page number 253. What is the empirical probability that an engineer lives less than 7 km from her place of work, more than or equal to 7 km from her place of work, within half kilometer from her place of work? Please understand the events. Less than 7 km from her place of work, more than or equal to 7 km from her place of work, within half kilometer from her place of work. Okay. Now, we shall go to page number 253 and read the question and understand what exactly the things are mentioned there and in it what form. This is exercise 14.2 and this is the second question. What the question is? The distance in kilometer of 40 engineers from their residence to their place of work were found as follows. Now, these are the kilometers that are mentioned. The distance is in this, these are the distances that are mentioned in kilometers. What are these? From the workplace, their residence. Okay. Now, what is said here below? Construct a grouped frequency distribution table with a class size 5 for the data given above, taking the first class interval 0 less than 5. Here it is mentioned 5 not included. So, 0 less than 5. What main features do you observe from this tabular representation? Okay. Means what? Here also the data is not readily available for us. Why the data is not readily available for us? Because in our question, if you people must have noticed, it is the probability whatever is been asked to us, the events, it is asked in this way that less than 7 km from her place of work, more than or equal to, we do not have the data that is been written in that form, tabular form, and that too in the group. So, we have to refer to that, and here it is present. Here it is present. The group frequency distribution of the given data is as follows. If the group frequency distribution is not present, if it is not present in that tabular form, we cannot find or solve the sum so easily for the current probability event. Okay. So, understand the class 0 to less than 5, 5 to less than 10, 10 to less than 15, 15 to less than 20, 20 to less than 25, 25 to less than 30 and 30 to less than 35. And see here the frequencies 5, 11, 11, 9, 1, 1, 2. Total number of engineers is 40. Total number of engineers are 40. Let us come to our question. Less than 7 km from her workplace, from her place of work. Now, what is given here? This is 0 to 5, 5, 0 to less than 5, 5 to less than 10. And in our question, less than 7 kilometers. 7 kilometer or more. Means what we have to do? Now we have to, this table is not useful for us, which we had prepared in while solving exercise 14.2. While solving exercise 14.2, whatever we had prepared, it is not feasible for us. Then what we have to do? We have to prepare from 0 to less than 7 kilometers and more than or equal to 7 kilometers. These two we have to see. And one more thing we are having here, within half kilometer from her place of work. What is the third thing? Within half kilometer. Within half kilometer. Fine. What we have understood from this? One thing we have understood from this table. Which table? This table. Total number of engineers 40. Total number of engineers 40. Okay. Now let us solve the sum. We have to go back to page number 253, read the question and find out the frequency, means the favorable outcomes. Now less than 7, first is what? What is the first thing? 0 to less than 7. Fine. 5 less than 7. 7 not considered in less than 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Favorable outcome, 9 of them. What is happening? 9 of them. Out of total 40 engineers, 9 of them they are staying where? Less than 7 kilometers from the workplace. Their residence is less than 7 kilometers from the workplace. Okay. Then what about 7 kilometers or more? What about that? Again we have to count it. No need of counting. Simple thing. Total number of engineers minus these above favorable outcomes. It comes to 31. Now within half kilometer, just now when we were checking, did we find any value? Did we find any value in half a kilometer, anything? You can see the data here. You can see the data here. You cannot say any half or anything. So it is 0. What about the probability then? Here for the first event, this is the first event, this is the second event, and this is the third one. In the first event, probability of the first event, it is 9 upon 31. Probability of the second event, it is, sorry, I made a mistake here, it is 9 upon 40. 9 upon 40, and here it is 31 upon 40. Here it is 31 upon 40. Let us be back to our original question, from where we were asked to refer this question. From where this is our original question, where we were asked to refer this. So here the probability is just now I have mentioned there of this event. What is the event? Less than 7 km from her place of work is equals to 9 upon 40. The second event, what is the second event? More than or equal to 7 km from her place of work, it is 31 upon 40. And what about this? Within half kilometer from workplace, nobody is there, so it is 0, impossible event. I hope you people have understood this clearly. I have solved it in detail. Now we shall proceed to the next question, that is question 9. Now see here, what is question 9? It is activity. What is the activity? Note the frequency of 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers going past during a time interval in front of your school gate. Find the probability that any one vehicle out of the total vehicles you have observed is a 2-wheeler. Is a 2-wheeler. Very first thing, it is said in front of your school gate. You people can do one thing. Instead of in front of your school gate, you can do this activity from front of your house, or you can go on your terrace. From there you can watch the road that is passing through your lane or the street wherever you are staying. What exactly they have said? Note the frequency of 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers going past during a time interval. You can do such a thing. I will give you a hint. Do one thing. Prepare a table like this, a rough table. Serial number, okay, vehicle, unable to write properly, serial number, vehicle and frequency. Now do one thing regarding the time interval. Take the time interval of 15 minutes. You can take more or less, but just I have suggested 15 minutes. Vehicle type 2-wheeler. You can draw the table properly. 3-wheeler. And 4-wheeler. Now count the number of vehicles and write them here in front of these. Within a span of this, whatever I have mentioned, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, as per your understanding. Okay, as per your understanding, and then count the total. I have written 15 minutes. Count the total of this. Now find the probability of 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers. Means suppose this count is A, this count is B and this count is C and the total is Z. Then probability of the first event is A upon Z, probability of the second event is B upon Z and probability of the third event, my mistake, is equals to C upon Z. This is in general I have shown you. Here you have to count the number of vehicles. No need of, instead of in front of the school gate, you can modify the activity and from your house you can do it. I hope you understood this. Proceeding to the next activity, that is the 10th question. Ask all the students in your class to write a 3-digit number. Choose any student from the room at random. What is the probability that the number written by her, him is divisible by 3? Remember that a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Yeah, what they have explained here at the end of the question, that when a number is divisible by 3, a number is divisible by 3 if the, what happens? If the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. Okay. You do the sum of the digits. If it is a multiple of 3, if it is coming in the table of 3, it is divisible by 3. Okay. What is the activity? Ask all the students in your class to write a 3-digit number. This activity you can modify. Instead of ask all the students in your class, one simple thing you can do, yourself you can write randomly 3-digit numbers. Yourself you can write 3-digit numbers randomly. Okay. Then what you do after that, just I will show you the thing here. First you are writing the numbers randomly, 112, anything you are writing, 123, 136, 145, randomly you are writing 171, okay, 282, 391. In this way, suppose you are writing 15, suppose I am saying, suppose if you are writing 15 numbers in this way, you can write more, not a problem. Now what is the main thing? The event here is, what is the thing? What is the probability that the number written by him or her is divisible by 2? Yeah, the main thing is how many numbers are divisible by 3, that is important. Now see here, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, not divisible. Okay, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 1 6, this is divisible. 6 plus 3 9, plus 1 10, not divisible. 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 1 10, not divisible. Now 7 plus 1 8, 8 plus 1 9, divisible by 3. 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 2 12, divisible by 3. 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 3 13, not divisible by 3. Now what are the numbers I have written here randomly just now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Total numbers I have written here are 7. Then what is the probability of that event that is mentioned just now? Divisible by 3, divisible by 3, 3-digit numbers I have written in shortcut, you can write it in a proper way. How many numbers we have got which are divisible by 3? 1 2 3. So favorable outcomes are 3 and total outcomes are 7. And in this way, what you can do? You can see that, you can see in this way that 3 upon 7 means whatever I have shown you randomly here, we have got this answer. You people can do both these activities, that 9th question and 10th question, both these activities you can do in a proper way, and you can find out the probabilities. I think these activities are really interesting and real time activities, and they will be very joyful for you. So, this session we shall conclude here. In the next session, we shall continue with the next question. Till that time, you people take care of yourselves and study properly. Thank you.